What is going on, everybody? Anthony here, Six Scale Mafia. Mafia in the morning. What are we on now? Episode 12, I think. I think it's episode 12. Hope everybody's doing great this morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are on this side of the world. What's going on, everybody? Who's all up in here this morning? Let's go through briefly. Let's briefly go through here. We got Ⅰ What is up, dude? What is up, Jason? Uncommon Flex in the house as well. Braden, FatBatman's collecting Nightmare. What's up, dude? Says what's up, everybody? 140 here, getting ready to put some asphalt down and listen to the Mafia. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Chris Rodriguez as well. What's going on? Blerd Dad Life. Collector Joey. How you doing, man? Diablo Fett, my man. What's going on? Hello, friends and fellow addicts. DT Artman, what's up? Evo, best car kid in the house. Hit that like. I can't do it. There we go. Hi, everyone. Hello. And thank you, by the way, for that super sticker last 2 nights ago. I know it got all kind of goofy over there. Same with, I'm losing my train of thought here. Ashley Chase dropped a super sticker right as we ended the stream the other night. On Saturday, I had to get back to him and be like, thank you so much. Alvin J, what's up, everyone? What's going on, dude? Simon, what's good, man? What's good? Simon's in the house, too. What else we got up in here? Bob Dylan, what's up, man? What's going on, Bob? Neuey, hey, man, how you doing this morning? Or this evening? How you doing? Carlito, also in the house. Fabio from Fives Figs, my man. You look so tired. I am. Time to go to Florida for a week. Yeah, maybe, huh? Yeah, I know. I'm tired, guys. It's morning. Shane, what's up? 16 Figure Focus as well. What's up, man? How you doing? Diablo Fett, am I picking up the Moon Knight? Does the Pope wear a pointy hat? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Doing good. Hell yeah. You getting Moon Knight, Anthony? Well, let's talk about it. If you guys can indulge me on that one. Gilbert as well. Hey, hello from the Netherlands. What is going on, my friend? Thank you for joining in. Yeah, we can take a look. Well, let's take a look, shall we? Let's look at this Moon Knight. Because we saw the tease, right? We even talked about it on April 1st, right? We were like, hey, is this a joke? Then we realized it was from Marvel's actual website, you know, marvel.com. So we knew it was not bullshit, but I think it was kind of a leak by accident, you know? Sometimes that's just how it works. I mean, what's the phrase we're looking for? Happens all the time in companies, man, where one person's not just not communicating, right? So they put it out, and then I think Hot Toys is like, well, shit. All right, let's fully announce it. You know, something like that, right? The lack of communication between departments and what have you. But it's looking good. Now that they finally showed the photos, the final announcement photos. This might be like one of the best figures, just by looking at the images of this. This might be one of the best looking so far. I don't know if it's just suit. And again, we're gonna, and let me reiterate that before we continue. We're not gonna talk about the show. Obviously, episode 2 just came out. We don't want to get into any kind of spoilers. We're just talking about the figure itself. So you're all right. You're safe if you guys haven't seen anything, because we're not talking about the show. So he's looking pretty badass. The LED light up function looks cool. You know, at first glance, I thought maybe it looked kind of like a Marvel Legends-y figure. But now that we're seeing like some, pictures we can kind of zoom in a little bit more on, I think it looks pretty damn good. And there's no exposed joints. You know what I mean? So that's a bonus. I'm not really too sure. Cool, comes with the flight pole, which is dope. So we can do some dynamic poses with them. Cape appears to be wired. Looks really damn good, man. What do you guys think? I think it looks great.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Collector Joey, thank you so much. Becoming a channel member, my man. Appreciate it, brother. That is awesome. Welcome to the community. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I think he looks pretty damn good. Guys. So now the question really is, am I gonna get him? Well, I've been really trying to stay out of the MCU, right? I'm keeping a couple of my figures. That's typically it, right? I'm gonna keep a couple figures. I tend to gravitate more towards comic book versions, but damn, this really works for a comic book representation. It really does. So, I mean, we got a ways to go. We have a ways to go. So obviously, you know my stance. I'm not gonna pre-order it, but let's see in a year and a half. Whether or not I'm gonna grab him. I think I will, but I don't want to commit right now. I don't have, you know what I mean? Because he would look really cool with some of my other Marvel style figures, right? Some of my Marvel figures. Excuse me, guys. It's early. Yeah, base looks amazing, right? Let's take a look at that base again. It's somewhere over here. It was somewhere over here. I just skipped through it. I mean, pretty cool from what we can tell, you know, having the cool logo there. Much better than the standard diamond bases that have like nothing on them, right? So yeah, I you know, I'm gonna agree with that as well. I do wish there was a head sculpt. I probably wouldn't rock it, but it would be nice to have, you know. It would be nice to have. So I'm not really too sure. Primetime Reviews also in the house. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Yeah, so it's really tough to say. Very tough to say. Yes, the crescent moon on the back of the base looks awesome. MandalorianHuntress, what is going on? I know what's keeping Mafia up late. You absolutely are right. That would be you. So you know, hey, so I'm tired. I've got my coffee. I've got my nicotine, whatever. As they say, the show must go on. Speaking of shows, 4 p.m. Pacific time, that's 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be over on Aries' channel this evening with brother cousins, 6 Cantina. If you guys already don't know Aries, come on. Link in the description. We'll be over there discussing wish lists and a bunch of other cool stuff, Star Wars related content. It's gonna be awesome. Come check us out over on Aries' channel, 6 Cantina, if you want to come check it out, and if you haven't already, because it's awesome. I love Aries. So I'll be over there later this evening. Anyway, so with that, I mean, dude, it's pretty good. It looks pretty damn good. Come on. I mean, look, you could just pose them like that. I mean, you know, you can tell you just hide the base, right? Or hide the pole, and that's a perfect pose right there. That's a perfect elevated pose. And these are just kind of basic poses too, guys. These are basic poses. But he looks phenomenal. These are the times where you want to have like arc reactors or fusion reactors, whatever they're called. The little batteries that plug into the wall. You know what I mean? Just so you can hide. This would be an ideal figure to do that, because you can get those plugged in, have the wires hidden behind the back underneath the cape, have them plugged into a wall with a smart plug, turn it on and off with your phone or something, and just have these lights lit up in his face. It looks awesome. This looks really damn good, guys. Hey, DJN, what's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for the super chat. It's this cool figure, but look at the size of those bases. I mean, you know, it's tough. It's tough. You know, I get that because some of these diamond shaped bases are a real pain in the ass to like either put in a DTOF or something along those lines. But I understand it, because I don't know if I mean, I'm sure you guys know, right? I'm sure you guys know that when you have a flight pole, let's take what do we got, like a 501st Trooper or something kind of recent, or Rex. You have a flight pole and you have that standard square, the standard rectangular base. You really have to maneuver the flight pole and twist it just right to keep balance. So I understand the diamond bases, because it has such a larger surface area. You can manipulate the flight pole much easier, in my opinion. I'm sure you guys have tried it and seen like your little square base will just start teetering forward. You don't have a lot of structure on the bottom with those, you know. So it's like a necessary evil. You know, it's one of the others. It's totally preference. It's really the same as like, do you like exposed joints or do you like seamless arms? You know, it's really, I feel like it's one of those situations where it's preference. I mean, obviously less of a footprint is better in collecting because one of our big concerns is either money or space. So that's space being one of those factors. You know, it's hard when you have a bunch of diamond bases. You're like, I can't fit all this together right, you know. But it does have its advantage. It does have its advantage if you're going to be posing up dynamically. Well, thank you so much, Gigi, for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, dude, seriously. Speaking of shows, when are you and Mario going to do the repost stream? I missed those. We are not done. We are not done. Mario's been occupied lately, so expect to see us back soon. Soon. I don't know if we're going to be this Sunday or next Sunday. But we're not done. We're not done. I promise you. Promise you that. It's just been going through some things right now. So you have to wonder, will I be watching that stream? And I say, yes, absolutely, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It will be super fun. Just kind of scrolling through a little bit of the chat here with you guys. Yeah, Braden seems to be having some problems on his phone. Wondering, Shane is 16 focus. Can you load up the stream on your phone, watch it for a minute, and tell me if it's okay? Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, diamond base is the only thing I wish they didn't do. I know it's because that space, man, it's crazy. But I understand that it holds the ground pretty good, you know, in that respect. Gives you a little bit more balance and what have yous. This looks cool, but I'm tied up with collecting backwards on certain figures. Ooh, yeah. That's a problem sometimes. I totally understand that. I totally understand that. Andrew James, what's going on, my friend? How you doing, man? That was fun having you on last night on Dante's stream, Manhawk Collectibles. Again, you guys don't already know. Link in the description, man. Subscribe to everybody. That was fun. That was fun. Late for work. Wow, get to work, man. Get to work, my friend. Yeah, I'm Braden, I'm not really sure why it's like maybe lagging out for you, man. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know if it's just connection issues or what's going on, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I put a poll. Let's take a look, man. Let's take a look at the poll. I put a poll in the chat. You guys haven't already clicked on it or not. It's bouncing around a little bit. 67% of you guys so far say you're picking up Moon Knight. Out of 43 votes. So yeah, get your votes in. I'm gonna let this poll run for another 5 minutes. Just you know, kind of see what everybody's opinions are initially. He looks great. You know, again, I'm kind of out of the MCU game. I'm keeping a few figures. But listen, you know, and that's probably something I should bring up because people change their minds, right? People change their minds. It just really depends on the situation, though, I would think. Like, if someone's constantly saying, like, yo, I hate DC, I'm never going to buy a DC figure, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm buying a bunch of DC figures. Well, it's kind of like, yo, what the hell? You know, we've seen that happen. If you're really against something, don't buy it just to buy it, right? Like, and everybody knows, I love DC. I just don't have any DC figures yet. I mean, I'll have that Joker coming from Queen, and I'm probably going to pick up the Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. But I've never been like, oh, I hate DC. I just know that you sometimes have to pick a lane because it's just too much. You can't collect everything. You can't collect everything. I mean, most of us can't. Most of us can't, right? So, you know, with that said, it's like I'm kind of out of the MCU, but this Moon Knight does look like he fits. He would fit well with some of my other comic book version Hot Toys. You know, for example, when that Iron Man comes out this year, the comic book series Iron Man with the plastic crap on it that nobody likes, I'm picking him up because he's comic book. You know, so things like that, having him and then having like this Moon Knight, I feel like that would work well in a display, showing off my, you know, comic styled figures, things like that. So it's pretty hard to say. It's pretty hard to say right now, but he does look dope. He does look dope. Just say no to Dopo. That's right. That's right. That's right. We don't need a day one pre-order, right? We all know that there's so much backlog of Hot Toys right now in general that what do we have, like 120 something, over 100 figures still on pre-order that aren't out yet. So I don't feel like you need to pre-order anything anymore in this day and age. I don't. And again, you know, we talk about this all the time. You know, if you guys are here watching me, watching Dante, watching Aries, watching anybody, right? If you're in this community watching, then chances are you're already in other groups of social media. If you aren't, my Facebook group, Six Skill Mafia, come check that out too. That's always fun. But that's my whole point. Like, if you're in Facebook groups, you're on Instagram, people are going to come out and tell you, hey, check it out. So-and-so figures blue screened on Sideshow. So you're already informed, right? You're in the know because you're part of the community. And I feel at that point, if you're like, oh, shoot, okay, looks like it's about to sell out. Maybe now I'll go ahead and put down, you know, my order, or if you need to, you know, set up a payment plan, things of that nature. But as far as like right now, this doesn't come out until, you know, 2023, like mid or late 2023, right? So what's the point of you know what I'm saying? What's the point of dropping it now? That's my opinion anyway. If you're comfortable with it, sure. But I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush for any of these figures to be where I'm going to be putting down, you know, money day one. Money day one looks a little crazy. And I'm going to tell you something right now, because I was talking about this. So Ahsoka, I don't even want to bring her up, but Ahsoka was my last one, right? That was my last figure that I pre-ordered. And what I mean by pre-order is she came out, I think she popped on August. When did she come out? August 20 something of 2020 is when she appeared on Sideshow, right? I'm trying to find her right now. I don't know why she's not showing up. There we go. So August, I think it was August 2020. August 2020 she came out. Now I'm not logged in right now. I bought her, I paid her off in full in August of 2020. I was just like, whatever, I'll just buy her. I'll just pay it off right now. So I paid her off. I owe like $36, which is in combination of tax and shipping. They haven't charged me for that yet. So, you know, and I'm not upset by it by any means. It's, you know, it sucks when you see the figure out overseas and you're like, oh, damn, now I really kind of want her, you know, or whatever. Any figure, take your pick. But for me, it was like, okay, I want to do it because I wanted to see. It was more of a test more than anything, that I was like, you know what, let me buy this right now, pay it off as soon as she came out. And I'm interested to seeing like when I'm going to get my figure, right? When am I going to get my figure? It was more of an experiment more than anything, because if other people are going to get their figures before me, you would think like I would get it first, but, or like one of the first. And I've heard some people already been charged their tax and shipping, got the notification that she's shipping soon. I haven't received anything. I'm still sitting here waiting to pay off the tax and shipping, and I fully paid her off day one. So you see what I'm saying? You can see what I'm saying, guys. So like with that, I'm just kind of like, you know what? She was the last one. She was the last one that I decided to, she was the last one that I decided to actually like pre-order. Now a little bit different, right? Because I paid her off, but even then it's just like, hey, with so much backlog going on here, I don't really see personally the need to do it. Anyway, that's kind of how I'm feeling with that. Kind of looking through some of the chat right now, guys, seeing what you guys are talking about here. Let's see. Scale Separatists is in the house. What's going on, man? He said Moon Knight looks badass, no doubt. Unfortunately, I already have cannonballed into the Star Wars pool. My swim trunks can't handle another plunge. That's a good way of putting it. They're absolutely right. We can't all, you know what I mean? We got to pick lanes, guys. We got to pick lanes sometimes. Would you be tempted by a Bernthal Punisher if Disney rolls out another series? Well, listen, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer for me, because I've had my Daredevil forever. I didn't grab the Punisher foolishly. And then again, my friend was going to sell me his dirt cheap, like $300 or something. And I was like, I'm good right now. I should never listen to myself. Because that just happened to me again last year with the animated Boba Fett. Or another friend of mine was like, yo, you want this? I'll hook you up for like $3 for $300. And I was like, oh, I do. But I didn't really have the money at the moment. And seemingly overnight, that animated Fett went to like $700. I was like, dude, come on. So next time someone comes at me with a deal, I'm just going to take it. Because I'm 0 for 2 when it comes to that stuff now. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. So if they do another Punisher, yeah, I probably would get it. That would probably get it. So it just kind of happens. Sure, pick up Ahsoka while you're picking up cheap short troopers. Yeah, man. Well, you know it, bro. But that's the thing. Like, I don't care so much to have figures like day one, right? I don't. It really has to hit me to where I'm like, yo, dude. You know, and it doesn't for me. It doesn't yet. So, but I'm gonna pick up short troopers till I'm done, man. Till I'm done. I got plans. I'm making something. Seen your Facebook pic of the Death Star window seen by Jazz Inc. Very tempted. Yes, sir. Looks awesome. I know it's one of his first versions, so it is made out of aluminum and painted. And I don't mind that. You know, and I expressed that to Yost as well. I said, listen, it's all good. Because he asked me, are you sure? You know, it's one of our older models. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Looks cool. I have all the figures necessary to display how I want to display, and I think it's gonna look awesome. I think it's, you know, diorama pieces are fine, man. They're awesome. So I can't wait. We'll see. I should have it in a few months, and I'm gonna obviously put a video up on it. We'll talk about it and kind of go from there. That's just his final run on it, and I really wanted it. So Anthony wants to sell everything and just have short troopers, man. I don't know. There may be some truth to that. Nah. I just, you know me. I love troopers. I love army building. I would get some more clones too, but there is a difference with clones. I'm not super excited with clones. They are neat. I'd love them more. I wish they were a little shinier, right? As we all know, like when you have stormtroopers, they're the shiny. They're shinier. Death troopers are shiny. They don't bounce. They don't pop like that. So I don't know. I'll probably get some more. I think if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to get like 2 more 501sts and that's it. But I don't know, man. Troopers are awesome. Shane says, I'm the same, man. I'm a patient person. I'd rather exercise patience for an extra few months, get second batch, and a better deal. You're right. You know, because that is, man. Second batch, especially if you're buying overseas. If you're buying overseas, there is, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're buying overseas, they always have a second batch overseas that is cheaper than first batch, right? And that second batch usually is out before we get it here in the States. So if you're patient and some things happen, you never know. I mean, like, I kind of feel bad. For people who bought short troopers for retail because they really wanted short troopers and now they're like dirt cheap overseas, right? Is that fair? Well, I don't life's not fair. So I don't even know how to combat that one. But it sucks, right? It sucks when you're like, damn, I bought this and I could get it so much cheaper overseas and this and this and that. So second batch stuff, especially, just wait. Like Shane's saying, if you're really going to get something, just wait it out. There's so much stuff back ordered anyway. Things are going to be sitting on shelves forever. I wouldn't be surprised if the Boba 2 pack gets discounted sometime soon overseas. Really. 350 is the way to go. Yes, sir. That's what I'm thinking. 3's the sweet spot. I have 2 Coruscant guards. And then if I had 3 501sts, I have an Ahsoka, my Rex, Cody. What else do I have? I think that's it. For right now. Because other stuff's coming too, right? Because our clones are veterans, not shinies. Well, hey, Will Foxification, my man. What's going on, Will? I'm watching at work eating Pizza Hut. The pizza came with a 3-day window, so we're good. You giving me shit? Is this what this is? Listen, man. There's more to that story. All right. There's more to that story, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, but that'll be for another day. That'll be for another day. Will. Yeah, he is. He's kidding. I know, but he's low key. Nah, he's low key trying to. He's taking a jab at me. That's all right. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It is all in good fun. Troopers are awesome. You never see them putting out rebel soldiers. They don't. I know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Trying to look a little bit through chat for me. Doesn't bother me. I paid full price for the short troopers. Time equals money. That's another great way of looking at it. It's true. That's true. Like if I was doing a bunch of reviews and stuff, I can understand that. You know, picking them up day one, though that's pretty expensive for me, but I'm not really doing so many reviews as much unless, you know, I really like the figure and I have it. I'm not trying to do a day one anymore. That got all screwed up by some other people's, and the ones who still do, I love to watch. So, you know, I'm good on that. Like pretty much if I really want a figure or if I'm on the fence on a figure, I'll just watch Dante, be like, oh, okay, cool. You know, because Dante keeps it real. And if he's like, the figure sucks, he'll tell you the figure sucks. He's not trying to sell it to me, you know, through some outlet. So, you know, and then with Sideshow doing day zero, it's like a commercial. So you don't really, you get kind of, you know, and that's cool. Nothing against them because they're Sideshow. That's their business. But you don't, you know, you get a very biased opinion when it comes to that. So, you know, I'll check that out and see. But otherwise, I mean, I'm good. I'm not in a big rush, dude. I'm not in a big rush in that respect. But yeah, he looks dope. What do you guys think? Will, are you going to pick this up? Are you still in here, Will, eating your pizza? Let me know, man. Let me know. David, yeah, says Moon Knight no-brainer, one-off. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, you know what I mean? It's pretty awesome. He looks pretty awesome. Also with Dante, you get that sexy Spanish accent. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Depend where the troopers are stationed. If they're on the Death Star, yes, they're shiny. But if they're on Tatooine, they are dirt dusty. Hey, unless they're Vespa modders, those guys have brand new rides. Boba Fett, you know. Listen, so I don't know. Moon Knight looks great. I'm gonna end the poll here. Let's take a look. What are we at, man? Man, it's almost like a half and half situation here, right? 61% out of 60 votes are picking up Moon Knight. 39% of you are not. Let's end that poll, though. That's interesting. That is interesting. So, I don't know. Moon Knight looks dope. We'll see. Does he come with a head sculpt? No. But that's okay. That is okay. You know, it does come with a head sculpt. Is Mr. Wenwu. And I wanted to talk about that because in comparison, I kind of wanted to look at comparisons here for just a moment, if you guys can indulge me. Because Hot Toys decided to update the head sculpt already, right? This already. So they're it's not like it's interesting because they're not, you know, sometimes we'll get a figure, right? So the reason why I want to bring this up, and I'm not going to pick up this figure, but I thought the psychology behind it was interesting. And what I mean by that is sometimes we'll get an updated head sculpt, right? We've seen it happen a lot. We had Rey, Rise of Skywalker. She was updated. I'm looking at the most recent figures. Pajama Hulk, his head sculpt was updated. Now, these updated head sculpts were only announced to us at final product, at final release, right? Final release photos. Once they hit retail, once they were for sale, when they put out those final shots, they're like, hey, check it out. By the way, we updated the head sculpt. You know what I mean? So it's interesting for me now looking at it as they're trying to say, hey, look, we're updating this. So they're trying to talk to us a little bit more now, and you wonder why that is. So, and it's not by any means a complaint. It's a welcome to change, in my opinion. But this obviously has to do with Queen Studios. Okay. Before Queen was on the table, you know what I mean? Hot Toys, like I said, they wouldn't communicate. They would say, hey, here's the new figure. It's out now. And by the way, we updated it. But for them to come out and be like, hey, check it out. Look at our progress. We want you to be informed more. That's a direct effect because of having having Queen come in. 100%. So it's just an interesting, looking at it through a different lens. Now, with that said, this looks phenomenal though. This looks much better. So that's kind of why I wanted to bring them up, because we can look at the photo here and we can look at the photo here, right? And now this isn't angle, it's not about camera trickery either. This is the best kind of closest angle we can look, but you can tell clearly these are two different sculpts. All right, we can click back and forth. Two different sculpts. Even the hair, guys. So, you see what I'm saying? It's interesting, isn't it? Another flawless sculpt. Yes, sir. I agree. This thing looks awesome, man. Funny how they're starting to communicate a little more. AJ, yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I think this one looks great. It's pretty dang cool, dude. Him and Shang-Chi are a must for me. I have a deep attachment to that movie. Oh, dude, then all the more reason to be excited for this. All the more reason to be excited for it. All the more reason. Am I having a little bit of a delay with my chat? OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. What's going on, my friend? He says, I think the first one looks better. Do you, man? I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? But I don't know, man. I think this one looks really damn good. I think this looks a lot more realistic, personally. But I mean, yeah, they're definitely different, right? Mouth and chin also look different. So much different, man. Braden's wondering, I hope the delayed Django to update the sculpt, but I doubt it. I doubt it too, unfortunately. But this is just really nice looking, man, and it's really cool that they're trying to show off some more stuff, man. Well, yeah, and I understand. I agree with that. It should look like the person, but there are some people that are like, yo, this sculpt look maybe not. Let's not talk about this figure, but there are some who are like, yo, this figure looks phenomenal, looks just like the actor or the actress, and then other people are like, I don't see it at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult, but for me, I'm thinking this updated sculpt looks a lot better. This looks very, very, very good. This is the actor, in my opinion. Whereas this one is kind of. This looks more human to me, in my opinion. Which, I'm torn with because, I don't really pick these up so much. MCU stuff I'm trying to stay out of. Not because I don't like them. I just, you got to pick a lane. For the most part. I'm heavily Star Wars. Obviously, I'm 100% X06 with Star Trek. So I don't have a lot of, a ton of space. So some things, no matter how great they look, I have to pass on some things. But the communication, that's what I thought was interesting here, right? Because they wouldn't have done this. I really believe that if Queen Studios did not come out and introduce a 6-scale line, Hot Toys may not be popping off like this and saying, hey, check it out, we're updating stuff. Because it's not usually their MO. They usually wait. They don't communicate as much. So I think this is good, regardless of what the situation is with Queen. We've said it time and time again. Competition is good for all of us as consumers. Because we're getting stuff like this. We're getting updates. We're getting communication. People they're trying to work a little bit harder. Sometimes people get complacent and, when there's nobody there to knock you off of your hill, I'm not saying you slack, but you know what I mean? You're not as, yeah, it's just something like that. So I think it's pretty interesting. Sculpt looks great. I don't know who's all picking this up. Let me know if you're a super fan of Shang-Chi, and this is probably a no-brainer, but, and especially in comparison, I'm telling you guys, it's night and day. It's night and day looking, right? Night and day. Can we zoom in a little bit more? This is kind of another, image that kind of has almost the same profile, a little bit off, the way that the head's tilted, but similar enough to where you can see the differences here. I mean, that still looks great, but I think this looks better. I think this looks a little bit better. So, looks pretty good. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm not getting it, so it doesn't matter. Happy for those who are. Exactly, right? Like, that's kind of how I am. Probably not going to pick it up, but he looks phenomenal. And when people have this in hand, I'm sure they're going to do some great poses. We'll get some great photos. I'd love to see it. Again, just because I don't necessarily pick up everything doesn't mean I can't appreciate something that's awesome when it's awesome, right? Yeah, it definitely looks cool. He definitely looks cool. So between him, and obviously the Moon Knight, it's like, oof. I think that Moon Knight, man, we can keep talking about that, but I mean, dude, that Moon Knight is still sick. Still sick. Now, what is he, like 17 something in Hong Kong right now? I don't know. Sideshow, I don't think hasn't put him up yet for sale, but I'm guessing 280. I'm guessing 280. What do you guys think? Is 280 the new norm? Because from what he's coming with, I'm gonna say 280. I'm gonna say 280 is what I'm predicting that he's gonna cost. Because he's not here yet. He's not here yet. We haven't seen him. I mean, I checked a little while ago, unless he's up now, which I doubt. Oh, he popped up. Cool. Look, there he is. He wasn't there. He wasn't there when we started the stream. 285. Okay. I was damn close. All right. Yeah, he wasn't there when I started the stream. I searched for him, and all I saw was that statue and a couple other things. So they must have just put him up. Look at that. July to December, which means probably 2024. Damn. So here you go. I was damn spot on. They just put another $5 on the price. Okay. All right. Well, now he's up, so that's pretty cool. So let's take a look. Let's see what some of the stuff is that they say here. Okay, we already know about the hands. Don't care about that. Newly developed head sculpt with hood and LED light up function, design on eyes, white light, battery operated. Wrapped in sculpted bandages, 30 points of articulation. One grayish white colored suit with ancient symbols, patterns, and crescent moon chest emblem. One set of grayish white bronzed color Moon Knight armors. One grayish white colored fabric belt. And one grayish white colored cape equipped with bendable wire. So it is confirmed. It did look like it was it did look like it was a wired cape. So at least they're confirming it there. One pair of yellowish white boots. All right. 8 crescent blades in different sizes, large, medium, and small. One crescent moon character backdrop. So he's getting a backdrop. Okay. And a dynamic figure stand with series logo and character name plate. Okay. So yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, you don't need to pre-order this, guys. I mean, come on. That, like you guys are saying, the window's crazy out there. So that's all right. So you're getting the 8 blades, right? You got 2 large, 3 medium, or 2 large, 3 medium, 3 small, 10 hands. That's the backdrop. Okay, yeah. So there's your moon base, or you know what I mean, that plugs in. That is pretty sick, dude. So, I mean, you could see him standing like that, if you wanted to, and having the crescent moon behind him. It's a pretty good deal. Not going to lie. It's pretty badass, man. It's actually pretty badass. For $285, compared to, Gilgamesh that comes with nothing for $270, I'd call this a deal. It's pretty sweet. I mean, one would argue he doesn't come with much, because he just has a bunch of hands and then the crescents. But the base, it's pretty good, and he looks awesome, and the eyes light up. It's pretty slick. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty damn cool. Oh, they might have me on that one. They might have me on this. But again, we'll see in like 2 years. We'll see on 2 years. Thank you, everybody. I didn't realize that. Like I said, when I first started, he wasn't on Sideshow. So I appreciate it. 285. Yes, 285. Got you guys. Thank you, everybody. About that. In Germany, 320. It was about 300. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 2-year wait for the figure. Absolutely. What a window. No need to pre-order. Right. I mean, it's a long time. It's a long time. But it does look pretty awesome. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick him up. But you know, it's gonna be a while before we do. Obviously, it does look pretty damn badass, especially with the base, because the way I'm doing my thing is at present time. I'm gonna have my big cases, my custom cases, so I'll have my custom cases until the Moji cases get here, which is going to take forever anyway. But all my custom stuff is Star Wars. And when the Moji cases get here, it will be Star Wars. It'll be Star Wars and Star Trek. That's my jam. That's what I'm sticking with. And those will be in the nice big displays. Now, all my DTOFs I have in the living room. I have 6 DTOFs. They're all installed with Luke lights. I've always been a fan of having 1 figure per DTOF shelf. 2 looks okay. 3 starts to get a little crowded, but 1 looks awesome. 1 piece, 1 figure per DTOF shelf really showcases this. You know, you're focusing mainly on that 1 figure. Really makes them stand out. Real museum-esque, you know. So with those 24 slots, I was going to be putting the figures that I really like that don't belong in Star Wars and Star Trek. You know, like my comic book stuff, right? My zombie Deadpool would have his own shelf. My, you know, comic book version Iron Man will have his own shelf. So for this Moon Knight here, looking at that, it's like, imagine this having its own shelf, right? If you will, if you can indulge for a moment. So you have the Moon Knight chilling. You got this crescent moon in the back. And boom. You know what I mean? That would look sick. That would look sick all by itself. That would look amazing. We need a collection tour at some point, Anthony. I put one up right at the beginning of the year. Right at the beginning of the year. Hugo, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. Awesome, dude. Welcome aboard. Yeah. I did a tour. I did a little collection tour back here in January, like right on New Year's Day. I didn't talk during it. I did a lot of edits though. It's pretty cool. I had you know, I have the names and the MMSs pop up and everything. But I think I'm gonna do one that is longer. I know a lot of people were like, hey, it'd be cool if you talked about the figures. I didn't talk. It was a silent video. Well, I had music, but I got demonetized from it. So I think I'll do another one, but it's rough. We'll do them every year, I guess, because I could do it right now so we can see how it looks. But then it's going to change, obviously, when I get the Moji case, plus whatever figures come. You know, it's always going to change. It's always going to change. But, dude, having this by itself in a DTOF would just look sick. I'm telling you. So, but we have a long ways to go, right? We have a long ways to go. That is, what was the window again that they said? Let's take a look. July to December of 2023. Now the question is, will Hot Toys be able to catch up with their 100 and something, you know, pre-orders by then? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there's a ratio, and that ratio is like super flawed right now, where we're getting, again, perfect example. This is Moon Knight, another announcement. We get more announcements than we do figure releases, and that number keeps climbing. That's why we're at 100 and something so far. It's crazy. It's crazy. Excuse me. Only 33 likes so far. Please support the Mafia and smash the like button. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you guys can, if you're new to the channel also as well, be sure to hit subscribe, like, and all that jazz. It's gonna be good stuff, man. Good stuff coming. And you know, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why we need quarterly collection tours. Quarterly's tough, right? Shit, every 4 months. We could. Yeah, it's just a little nuts. They're just so behind, man. They're just so behind. Yes, Blerd Life. What is going on, my friend? Looking forward to some great announcements from X06 out of Mission Chicago. I wish I could go. My friend, I wish I was going as well. I should have been there to assist, but I'm working remotely because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. So I may be there next year. Look forward to, we have a ton of stuff. We have a ton of stuff that we're showing. Hey, CBS Sci-Fi, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, didn't Zenobia describe that as Hot Toys fundraiser when they announce more than they release? You know, King Dingland, there's some truth to that, perhaps. Right? I almost feel like they're putting out more announcements than releases to gain more money to pay for their previous announcements to get them out sooner. And we have no idea. This is speculation. There's always something shady going on, you know, whether it's Hot Toys, third parties, resellers, queens. I mean, who knows? You know, there's dealings that we don't know about, that we're not privy to, because it's none of our business, right? And then when we find things out, we're like, that's a little weird. So I don't know. You know what I mean? If that is the case, they're definitely going to be quiet about it. They're not going to talk about that publicly. I mean, would you? You know, it makes sense. It makes sense. So, but I think so. I think so, because there's so much behind that they need to start cranking these guys out. You got to be cranking them out. So, but yeah, Moon Knight looks sick. The updated Wenwu, this looks sick. I mean, there's so much cool stuff here. It just looks great. This looks phenomenal. Moon Knight looks phenomenal. We can definitely tell the difference here between the sculpts. So I commend Hot Toys for, you know, coming out and being a little bit more communicative with the community. Oh, that's a sentence, huh? Which is nice. Don't get me wrong. It's totally nice. It's totally nice of them. They should have done it a long time ago. But hey, we all, you know, we learn, we grow, we evolve. Talk to us. Let us know what's going on, man. Show us updates. Be engaged with the community, and people will be more excited to purchase your products. You know, when you leave us in the dark and then you drop something, you know, and say, oh, hey, by the way, look, we updated the head sculpt. Some people didn't like it. Some people do, right? But I'm glad that they're doing that. I mean, we saw that they had just put out the updated Robert Patterson head sculpt, right? 3 hours later, Queens shows theirs. It's pretty funny. It's a neck and neck situation right now. But hey, again, more competition is better for us in the end. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, cool. That's awesome. Show us some more things. Let us know what you're doing. And the Batman thing's very interesting. I was thinking about that yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know. I lose track of days. What happens? And seriously, okay, with 60 people in here, please let me know. And be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. But let me know, honestly, because I started thinking about this the other day. What if Queen Studios Batman, right? Because they showed off their Batman, their 2022 Batman. What if they put their Batman out? Like out. It's ready. You can buy it right now before Hot Toys puts out their 2022 Batman. It would behoove them, seriously, to try to make this accomplishment. Because what if that looks like amazing, right? It's like kind of like the Joker, right? Let's say he's got like die-cast weapons, you know, magnetic base, real fabric, you know, real world materials. You know, maybe the base is also metal and wood, things like that. Just something that really blows you away. And they put it out. And meanwhile, Hot Toys is like a year wait until theirs comes out. I mean, what do you guys think would happen in that situation? Do you think a lot of people would end up canceling their Hot Toys pre-order and just jumping right in and picking up that Queen figure? I'm curious, because it seems to me right now that there appears to be a race to a certain degree, right? Because like I said, Hot Toys showed off the updated sculpt, And then 3 hours later, Queen was like, oh, well, by the way, here's our updated sculpt. It seems like there's a neck and neck kind of race going on for the Batman on both departments. So curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. Do you think that would happen? I mean, if you've already planned on picking up the Batman Hot Toys, but then Queen all of a sudden, you know, drops one and it's out and it's ready, what happens to that? What happens? Do you abandon the Hot Toy figure, pick up the Queen, or do you pick up both, or do you wait a year? I'm really interested in wondering what your thoughts are on that, because that's what I would do from a business standpoint if I was Queens. If I was Queen Studios, I'd be like, you know what, we need to get this Batman out ASAP. I really love the head sculpt for that. Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. And you're welcome. Glad to be with you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. So I don't know. But yeah, this looks great. He looks phenomenal. The Moon Knight looks phenomenal. It's looking good. It's looking good. How soon are we talking? Like within 6 to 10 months? If the quality is there with Queen, then I see a whole lot of people switching up. Yeah, I would think so. I would think so, right? Because, and listen, we'll probably wrap here in a little bit, but let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Can we just, I don't want to search for Moon Knight. I've already searched for Moon Knight. Am I typing here? Let's do Batman. Let's just look for Batman. A whole bunch of stuff's going to pop up, but he should be somewhere near here, right? Okay, here he is. We'll take the big guy, the $515 bundle here. So he's expected to ship, from April to September. It's like a 6-month window in the middle of next year. So what happens if Queen Studios or InArts drops theirs at the end of this year, right? Or very early, you know, to coincide with the Joker release. Let's put it that way. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to consider. I'd certainly consider canceling my Hot Toy pre-order if Queen Studios made their Batman available earlier. It'll have to be competitively priced. True. Right. I agree. Queen Studios would be capitalizing on the hype for sure, but Hot Toys were ready with the prototype. Queen Studios have only showed a painted head sculpt. Right. But they've only shown it. They could have stuff done that they haven't shown off yet, or you know what I'm saying? Bale's the only Batman for me. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're only, you know, that's a fair point, right? Like, I mean, I wouldn't get every Batman just to have Batman. I have to like really like it, but it's something I was thinking about. You know, I'm always trying to think outside the box here, and I was like, if I was Queen Studios or InArts, I would try to get my figure out before Hot Toys. Right, that's something spicy. You know, you throw a wrench in the wheel. You know, you get them all mixed up, and take away sales, potentially, right? Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you know, the businesses here, they're about making money. That's what it is. You don't go to work because you like your job, right? I mean, if you did, you'd work for free. So, you know, everybody, it's all about the money at the end of the day. It's how you go about doing it. So I think, you know, from a business standpoint, Queen should probably try to capitalize on that. Get that Batman out as soon as possible without rushing it. You know what I mean? Of course, we don't want a substandard quality figure. But if they can get it out beforehand, that'll be really interesting to see what happens on the market. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap. That's pretty good. Went about an hour. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining who have already today. Tonight, again, at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be over on Arias's on 6 Scale Cantina. So come check us out over there. It'll be myself, Brother Cousins, and Arias. We're going to be, you know, talking wish list stuff, you know, things of that nature. It's just going to be fun. So if you haven't already, links are in the description below. Come check us out. Come subscribe to 6 Scale Cantina, Brother Cousins, everybody else. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I mean, I think that's going to probably be it. I think Thursday, speaking of Brother Cousins, I'll be over on his channel for Best of the Best on Thursday. And then, of course, our stream, my main stream, will be Saturday night here. And I have started a new show on Mondays that is all about Star Trek. So It's awesome. It's fun. It's myself. It's Neuey, Robert Meyer Burnett. If you guys are into Trek, remember Mondays 9 p.m. Eastern time. We will be doing Trek shows. It's gonna be awesome. Pretty cool, guys. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna wrap. That's great. We'll just see you guys later. You guys have a great rest of your day, evening, afternoon, all that jazz, and I'll see you later. Peace out.